to bromide. That is my final answer. Okay, here's another problem, but this time we're asked to go from how many atoms of gold there are in 4.56 moles. So I'm going to start the problem the exact same way. I'm going to start by writing my number of moles that I'm given in the problem, my measurement, 4.56 moles of gold. Now I'm going to take this number and I'm going to multiply it by a fraction. Moles is going to go on the bottom. 1 mole of gold will go on the bottom. Doesn't matter what I'm talking about, 1 mole is always equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd of anything, and in this case we were trying to go to atoms. So I'm going to write the unit that I'm trying to convert to on top, which is atoms, and the number of atoms that's equal to 1 mole is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. Now the last step is just to multiply straight across. Moles would cancel, 4.56 times 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. And that's going to come out to be, if I put it in my calculator, 2.75 times 10 to the 24th atoms of gold. That is my final answer. Okay, now the last part is asking to convert from any unit into moles. You're going to follow these simple steps. And I'm not going to go through the steps right off the bat. Let's just go ahead and do an example problem and we'll go through the steps as we go. So here's my example problem. It says how many moles of sodium are there in 9.8 grams of sodium? The first thing I'm going to do is write the number of units of the measurement given in the problem. So the number of units, the number and the units are given in the problem. The number is 9.8 and the units are grams. The second step says multiply the measurement by a fraction. So I'm going to multiply this by a fraction, just like I did in the previous problems. The third step says 1 mole will go in the numerator on the top of your fraction. So 1 mole, I should probably include that this is sodium, Na. This is 1 mole of sodium, which is Na. Will go in the numerator of my fraction. The unit I'm trying to convert to will go in the denominator. So the unit I'm trying to convert will go in the denominator. So the unit I'm trying to get rid of is grams. The unit I started with is grams of Na. Now I need to figure out the number of grams of Na. The number of grams of Na is the number of grams in 1 mole of sodium. I need this number down here to equal this number up here. So the number of grams in sodium, I'm going to take this right off of the periodic table. It's essentially 23.0 grams. And then my last step is to multiply the number of moles given, this should be multiply the number of grams given, or whatever unit I'm given in the problem by the fraction you created. So grams would cancel, and I'd be left with 9.8 times 1 divided by 23. So I'd be left with 9.8 moles divided by 23.0 grams. Put that in my calculator, and it comes out to be 0.43 3 moles of Na. Okay, the last problem, as an example. Let me erase this just to get a little bit more space down here. Okay. My last problem says how many moles are in 5.13 times 10 to the 24th atoms of cobalt. So I'm going to write the number of and the units of the measurement I'm given in the problem, which is 5.13 times 10 to the 24th atoms. Then I'm going to multiply this number by a fraction. 1 mole is always going to go in the numerator. If I don't start with moles, then 1 mole goes in the numerator. So 1 mole of cobalt. On the bottom, I need the number of atoms of cobalt in 1 mole of cobalt, which is Avogadro's number, 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. Now when I multiply these, atoms would cancel. 5.13 times 10 to the 24th is going to go on the top. 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd will go on the bottom. Make sure when you put this in your calculator that you put the second number in parentheses. Otherwise, your answer will come out wrong. So the correct answer for this one should be, let me check my calculator here. The correct answer for this one should be 8.52 moles of cobalt. Now that I have moles, I could go to grams if I wanted to. So for instance, if this problem would have said how many grams are in 5.13 times 10 to the 24th atoms of cobalt, I would have to first convert to moles and then I could convert to grams. Hopefully this is helpful for you.